Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather. Today I'm going to show you how I make my cupcakes. I'm going to use a white cake mix, and you can use either water or milk, but I'm going to use my coconut milk in it. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Open up the cake mix. And it takes 3 eggs. I'm just going to crack in my 3 eggs. And it takes 1 cup of your water or milk, because I'm going to use my coconut milk. It's not open properly. Hey, sorry, I didn't want to pour out. I guess it kind of solidified, so I'm just going to get 1 cup of. Oops, just need to get stirred. 1 cup of my coconut milk. And a 1/4 cup of oil. I usually use a pure olive oil, but any oil will work. So my 1/4 cup here. And I'm just going to get my mixer. I'm just going to start to mix it together. And I'll be right back when I've got it all mixed. Okay, I've got it all mixed. I'm just going to unplug the mixer, set it aside. I've already got my sorry about that. My daughter had to ask me a question. Okay, so I've got this all mixed, and I've got my cupcake liners already set out on the pan. My oven is being preheated. Should be ready in a minute. So I've just got an ice cream scoop, and all I do is just scoop, put 1 scoop of the batter into each liner. When I get this done, I'll put them in the oven. So I'll be right back as soon as I get all these scooped into the liners. Okay, so I've got my cupcakes done. I've got them like in the mix all in the liners. I was able to get 20 out of this mix. Usually when you make the cake mix, you can usually get between 18 to 24 cupcakes depending on the size of your liners. So I'm just going to put these in my oven. I use my convection bake at 350, but regular bake at 350 is good too. So I'm just going to go put these in the oven, and they'll be ready in about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll be right back when they are done. Okay, so while the cupcakes are baking, I was going to start on my icing, but it's a little too early to do that. But I want to do some colored coconut, so I'll show you how I color my coconut. So move this down. some coconut, a little bit in each dish. I don't have many cupcakes, so I'm just going to use a little bit. I want to do some red and some green. I thought I had more icing, but I've got blue, pink, purple, and a neon yellow. So I'm just trying to figure out, let's see, I want to make a green. I'm going to use some of this blue, or not blue, the yellow. Do a couple drops of the yellow. And a couple drops of the blue. Trying to make it green. Oops, thing just off the lid fell in the coconut. Stir it around, and I should start to get green coconut. I've got some light green coconut. I want a little bit darker. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the blue food coloring, a little bit there and a little bit there and a drop there. And mix that in to kind of darken it up a bit. I usually have green and red food coloring, but I'm doing so much baking lately, I guess I ran out of food coloring and I just haven't gotten around to get to the store to get stuff. Okay, that's starting to look really good. It's a nice, good green food coloring. Now I said this one I want red. This is pink. I don't know how red this will be, if this will be too pink. Let's see, it's almost empty. So I'll just see. Well, that's starting to work. I don't think that's quite enough food coloring. I'm just going to add 2 drops of this purple. Might be too dark. Might actually make the coconut more purple and less red, but that'll be okay. I just want some contrast to make, half the cupcakes one color and the other half another color. So like that. Got some good red coconut. And I've got the green coconut here. So that's all there is to coloring coconut. Just add a couple drops of food coloring. So like I said, I'll be back as soon as the cupcakes are done. And then while they're cooling, then we can start making the icing. So I'll be right back. Okay, so my cupcakes are done. They're out of the oven. So I'm just going to take them off the cookie sheet and I'm just putting them on my cooling racks. Now, I have never used these type of muffin liners or cupcake liners that have these like scalloped edge. So I have a couple where because maybe I had them a little overfilled, and so they've kind of spilt a little bit of the stuff has spilt out. That's okay. I've just learned for next time not to fill some of them quite so full. Keep moving these over here to the cooling rack. That's my microwave because I'm softening up the butter so I can start to make the icing. One more cooling rack. Mitts. The pan is too hot. I just can't quite reach. As you can see, this one, see it's a scalloped edge, so the edge kind of bent down and everything dripped over the edge. That's okay, I'll just take whatever dripped over the edge just to take that off for a minute, and that's okay. When you guys it, nobody will even notice. So I'm just going to set these aside and I'll be right back with everything we need to make the icing. Okay, so my basic icing recipe is 3 tablespoons of softened butter, not melted. I've done that before where my butter is hard and I've just put it in the microwave and I've melted it, and then it kind of wrecks the recipe. And 2 cups of icing sugar. I just got to open my bag up. And I had a spoon. Where did oops, just got to stop for a second because I dropped my spoon. Sorry, I just had to grab a new spoon. I don't know, I must have dropped it because I got to measure out 2 cups of icing sugar. And so it's 3 tablespoons of softened butter, 2 cups of icing sugar, and about 2, I think it's teaspoons of vanilla extract or any flavorings you would like to add. I'm just going to do a little bit of the vanilla extract. So 2 cups of that. I'm just going to give it a little quick mix here. And I've got my electric mixer and I'll be turning that on, and I'll be right back when I get the icing mostly mixed. Sorry, I was mixing this and I realized I forgot milk. So it needs 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk as well. You have those days you do a lot of baking and you think you've got everything laid out, and then you're working on a step and then you're like, oh, forgot something. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to add in 1 full tablespoon of vanilla extract. So now I've got all the ingredients in here to make my icing, and I'll be right back when I finish mixing this in. Okay, I had to add another about 1/2 tablespoon of milk, but there's my icing. It's good and ready. I'm just debating whether or not I want to color the icing. I think I will. I'm going to add a little drop of this purple. Just because the cupcakes are white, so I want a little contrast between the cupcakes and the icing. I mean, I already have the coconut that will be on top will be colored, but I just want a little, just very light. You barely notice it. It's a very light pink. Maybe I'll just add 1 drop of this yellowy green color and see what happens. Yeah, it just kind of lightened it up. So it just kind of gives the icing a little bit of color, so it'll be contrast between the cupcake, the icing, and the colored coconut. Okay, so the icing is made, the coconut has been colored, the cupcakes are not quite cool enough. They should be. I'm going to just put them back in the freezer for just a few minutes and then I will be right back. Okay, I've now gotten my cupcakes. I've taken them out of the freezer. I'm just going to stir the icing, a little stir here. And I'm just going to ice the cakes, but I just got to go because I grabbed the wrong spatula. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this whisk. I need my little cake decorating tool here. Set this aside. Grab some icing. I'm just going to spread the icing. Oops. Make sure I'm in the view of the camera. Just going to spread the icing on top. Like that. And I'm just going to do got my coconut here. Just back a little. Do some of these with the green coconut. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of the green coconut on. Just going to set it right there. Just gonna keep doing this. Just gonna ice them all. Grab some icing. Just spread it around, a nice even thin layer of icing. And then sprinkle some of the coconut on top. Like that. I'm just gonna keep doing this, and when I get all 20 iced and with coconut and the icing, I will be right back. Okay, so here are my 20 coconut cupcakes, all iced and topped with the colored coconut. So I'm just going to move the camera at different angles so you can see a little bit better up close. I hope everybody enjoyed my tutorial on how I make my coconut cupcakes. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!